Go ahead.
All right, so we're starting at that E minor. Like I said, that's going to be the home chord. We're going to go to that G. Now remember, the middle going up and the ring coming down. Nice and slow and deliberate. And again, think about that middle landing right up beside the fret. We don't even want it to be a 1/4 inch away, right up beside it. Now, ultimately, yeah, the pinky has to have a place for it to get in there, get that 4-finger chord going on like that. So try to build in pushing the middle closer, but then leaving a little ledge from the ring finger back so that the pinky can be there. So you're thinking E minor to the G. But again, at its boiling point, middle going up, ring coming down. Slow and deliberate. As you get comfortable with that, okay, I'll start to bring the pinky in. Okay? And as I'm getting those 3 together, all right, now I can start to bring the index in. Now I'm getting the whole 4-finger chord going on. Now the E minor to the C. We're thinking about where that ring is and where it's got to go. Up 1 over 1. Pull the trap door, let the middle sink straight down. Don't let it follow over to pull back, because that's going to take time. Slow and deliberate movement, reaching that ring over, let the middle sink to where your ring was at. And then, okay, the index finger just kind of becomes a come here kind of thing, to where, all right, whenever that ring is reaching over, the index says come here. So reach the ring, let the middle fall, the index is going to call. E minor to the A minor, real nice and easy. Just let these guys drop, and then the index is just going to, again, with that call, come here, drops right on down. Because you keep this shape from E minor to A minor, index is going to come right on down. E minor to F, you think about your ring finger is already on the D string. You just got to slide over 1 fret, and then bringing the middle and the index. And like saying that little trick here, try bending that almost like a flamingo leg going the other way, because you don't want it to notch like that. You want to think about it going to that nature right there, while the ring in the middle are going out from here. And then from the E minor to the D, your D chord was looking good. You got that triangle shape that's going on right there. So E minor to G, back to E minor. E minor to C, back to E minor. E minor to A minor, back to E minor. E minor to F, back to E minor. E minor to D, and back to E minor. Now, just making the chord change, but yeah, we want to strum this too. So we want to think about, I want to make a clear sounding chord, and we're going to start from the E string on E minor, and then go ahead and move yourself to the G chord. And then we're going to start from the low E for the G chord. And then you're going to come back to the E minor, strum that. All right, then you're going to go to the C chord, and then go to the A string, starting from the A string, strumming only down those 5. And then back to E minor, and then you're going to drop to the A minor, strum. That one's going to start from the A string, back to E minor, and then move over to your F, and then start from the D string, and then back to E minor, and then to D, strumming from the D string, and then back to E minor. I kind of take the strum out while we're in here, because you see how fast the time goes by. I want to put everything on just the focus of what's happening.
Cool.